Good morning from Los Angeles, a part of Los Angeles, in a place called Torrance. Anyways, 2 weeks to go to the marathon, or just short, and although I've no long runs left to do, this is my last longest run before the marathon. So it's 8 miles to do. The sea is behind me, it's down that way. It's actually about 2.5 miles from here to get down to the seafront. So I've got to run 2.5 miles down there, then I'll do another 3 miles there and back along the coast, which will be the fun bit, and then I've got to run back up here 2.5 miles to make it the 8. So just fueling myself with my morning coffee and get my kit on and get out there. A little bit chilly actually, about 10 degrees, but soon warm up once I get those running shoes on. Beautiful sunrise. So today I'm testing my belt again, my compressed sport belt, which I plan on using on London Marathon Day. I'm going to put in my water, it's electrolyte water in here, so I'm going to pop that in, and as it's 8 miles I've got one gel with me today as well. So just running 8 miles with the pack bumbag thing on as another sort of pre-marathon test. I don't really want to run with my backpack on marathon day because I want my vest to show, my charity vest to show, and I just don't want the sort of compression around my upper body. So I'm going to get out in this beautiful sunrise. Okay, warm up done. Let's go. I say I don't expect the first 2.5 miles to be particularly inspiring running down a road towards the seafront, so maybe I'll see you when I get there. Finally, I can see the sea. It's behind. So there's a Veterans Memorial Park here. My route's taking me down that road, but I can see the sea through the park. So I'm going to go that way because that's nicer. Oh, nice way. Somehow I feel like I should keep off the grass. Beautiful. Wow. Back on the California coastline. Well, I'm 4.5 miles in. I purposely made it so I turned around at 4.5 rather than 4, so I could just have half a mile just to walk at the end as a cool down. But I think I might have to have a bit more of a cool down because there's no way in hell I am not running to the end of this pier here. 100% I'm going right down to the bottom. You can hear the sea crashing. People in the sea, there's people playing volleyball, even though it's still very early. The light is amazing. There's the sun, it's getting warm. It's amazing! Okay, now I've got to the interesting bit. It's time to run back, which is a shame because a lot of the seafront stuff before I got to this bit wasn't that interesting. So it's only really the last mile that's beautiful like this. But hey, getting the miles in and all ticks in boxes. 6.7 miles in, so 1.3 miles of running left, and I've got to leave this sea behind me now. Head back up towards the hotel. I do remember running down a very nice hill coming down to the seafront, so I'm fully aware that means a rather challenging hill within this last 1.2 miles. Oh well, I took my gel, so I'm good to go. That's it, done my 8 miles, and although it is very tempting to just run the last just over a mile back to the hotel. I'm not going to, because it is all about the taper at the minute. It's all about not pushing it. It's all about getting my muscles rested and energy levels up. So I shall enjoy walking along this road for a mile. Musings from today's run. Don't tie your shoelaces up too tight, because you're going to have to stop and loosen them part way through your run. It was a little annoying. Number 2, energy gels. So I was umming and ahhing about taking it around about 5.5 miles. Felt I was doing all right without it because I wasn't pushing, it was a slow run, but decided to take it anyway, especially because I knew I was going to have that hill coming up, and it just makes a huge difference. Even just that one energy gel for the last 20 minutes of my run, happy days. And thirdly, the belt. So it's a great belt, however I have found today it's been slipping a little bit, and I've used it before. It's not been quite as slippy, so I think maybe it's the material of the shorts. And my shorts, they're Sweaty Betty ones and they're quite silky. So my musings on this topic are, I'm going to try one of my shorter runs between now and the marathon with my other shorts on. I think they're Nike ones, which have a bit more grip. They're a different material. I'm going to try it with the bag thing. And I'm going to load it up with exactly what I'll have at the start line of the marathon and test and see how it holds. It is a tricky one, this, because the obvious answer would be just to wear my backpack, which I'm used to running with. It's comfortable. Problem is, it just covers up too much of my charity top. It covers up my name, and I know I'm going to need people to be shouting my name, and I really want to avoid wearing that if I can. So I've got a couple more runs where I can test out various options, maybe even get a throwaway handheld, but I've not been training with that, so I don't know. So they are first world problems really, but I want to try and get it right on the day, as right as I can. Well, as ever, thanks for joining me on my run. Back at the hotel now, time to freshen up, and yeah, hope you found it interesting. And as ever, I'm going to put the link in the next slide for my fundraising page. It's also in the comments below the videos, so if you haven't already and you can spare a little bit of change for Crohn's and Colitis UK, you know where to go. Thank you.